Howdy doody. So, another day. And the other day I was at work and I asked one of the security guards, "Is this your half day?" And he goes, "Yeah, your boyfriend's coming in later." I said, "My boyfriend?" He goes, "Yeah, Navy." I said, "I don't have a boyfriend. That's not my man." He said, "Really? Well, that's good because he don't have enough money for you." I said, "Man, I don't go after people for money. I'm not a gold digger." I said, "But my song is, and it's Kanye, if any of y'all know. She ain't a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke niggas." And I told him, I said, "That's my song." So he's like, "I've never heard it." So I turned it on for him and he looked at me like, "What?" And it made me think that, honestly, how long it takes for this rumor to go around work that she's a gold digger, watch out for her. Because when you chirp in someone's ear, all of a sudden everyone's looking at you like, and it's not even the truth. But the point in all of that is there are some people in this world that are so broke, all they have is money, and that might not make sense, but hold on, it will. Because when you chase material possessions, only things that are tangible, money, people seeing you like, "Oh, you're awesome," when you're fake, you can have $1 million in the bank account and still be broke as all get out. And I'm talking on a spiritual aspect. And there are people that are so spiritually bankrupt that they'll never see the light. They'll never truly enjoy happiness. They'll never feel true, authentic love. They'll always have some kind of monkey on their back going, "Are they using me for money? Are they manipulating me?" Because also the thing is, we believe people will do to us what we're willing to do to them. And I'm not saying all wealthy people are corrupt, but a lot of them would throw you under a bus for some money. But that comes down to the spiritual aspect. There are people that are awesome people that they receive abundance and they share it with the people around them and the people in the world to try to make better situations for people who are suffering. And like I stated in another video, it doesn't matter how broke I am. If someone's in need and I'm put in their path, I was possibly put there to help them regain faith in society and humanity, to help them go, "You know what? I need to remember to pay it forward." Because paying it forward is a chain of events, right? If you do one good deed, you won't see the ripple effect that goes around. But you will begin to see the change in your community. You will begin to see the change in your coworkers. You will begin to see the change in the world over time. Because the energy you put out is the energy that's going to become abundant. And if we're all putting out the energy of mine, 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 want, like mindless birds, you're going to become pigeons. Pigeons love shiny things. But I'm not even trying to judge a pigeon because they have an innate system that guides them when they're flying, They're the mail carriers in some medieval times. But when it comes down to it, it's still something. We're humans. We're still mammals. We're still animals. But according to text, the Bible, we are given a higher understanding. The ability to control our emotions. We're given emotions. And if you look at animals, they have emotions. I don't care what people say. They don't have the verbiage that we do to say, "Hey, don't do that. I don't like that." But if you look at their eyes, if you look at their body language, they're talking to you. You have to learn to open up to other things around you. Even your plants talk to you. That's why my window's open, because my plants are like, "Hey, don't forget to give me my light. I need light." I mean, they tell me when they need to be watered because they start kind of like, "Hey, sprinkle some of that magic stuff on me. That stuff I like, And we have to learn to pay attention. Not just to what money can buy us, not just what people will give us if we do something for them. Because, once again, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke niggas, And there's a reason for that. Because a leech will suck you dry. There's a thing about when you want to be in a power couple relationship. It takes two hustlers. I keep reading, it takes two hustlers, not a hustler and a leech. Because you got one that's doing all the work. And one that's just like, where are we going? Where are we going? And you're like, damn, let go. You are wearing me out. Here, carry that bag. And they're like, what? Whoa. And they drop it. And then you get to the location you're at and you're like, where's that bag I gave you? What? You didn't give me nothing. And then they want to gaslight you and be like, you didn't ask me to carry nothing. Nah, bitch, I threw it at you. So when it comes down to it, don't drag a dead body behind you that's just holding on to you for dear life going, don't leave me. Nah, miss me with that. Bye-bye. Get gone. You're wasting my time, my energy, and my efforts. And that is the spiritual abundance, when you can realize that your time, your energy, your efforts, everything about you is a currency. You can't get certain things back. Now, you can put money into something, lose it, and get it back, right? But what about your energy? That don't just come right back, especially when you're dealing with someone that's willing to suck the life out of you. Now, when you're in a reciprocal relationship, that give and take, oh, I'll put a little in your cup. Look, now we have the equal amount. Oh, mine's draining because other people took from me. Then they give back to you, and you just keep pouring back and forth, and you're seesawing together, and you're working together. I dated a guy at one point, and I'm like, you see, I saw, I see, you saw. And we were in a magical relationship at that point. But even that same relationship over time, it began to alter. And I could see it changing. And I could see the red flags, but I thought, well, I've been at a carnival this long and we were having such a blast seesawing. I never realized it became a circus and I needed to get out. I never realized that possibly I had triggered him, or he had triggered me, or we had triggered each other. And at some point it's a standoff, right? Who's going to do what? And over time we had to take steps back from each other. And then we'd come back together and still not realize it's time to part ways. And it would become more and more toxic, because when you're in a situation that you're not supposed to be in, that you've been guided to get out of, but you remain in, God will make it so hard on you and so obvious to you that you have to leave. The divine will put you under situations that will put so much pressure and strain on you. You will start to see loss. You will start to feel so much heartache. You will start feeling so, what's that word? Not investigating. You'll become insecure about the situation you're in. You'll start believing that people are doing things they're not necessarily doing. And that's also something that you have to be aware of. When you're in a good situation and you think of all the ways it can go bad, guess what? You're going to see all the ways that it will go bad, because you are manifesting that. When you focus on the negative, you get the negative. When you focus on the positive, you're going to see more of that. Remember, you're planting seeds. You're creating a garden. You can very easily plant certain things and think that they're positive and do it in a negative mindset and go, oh, well, it's going to just turn out like this anyways. So all you've done is plant something that's going to overrule your garden and destroy it. You know, there's certain plants you cannot plant next to each other, or that will take over, like asparagus. Asparagus will take over your whole garden and choke it out if you don't confine it to its own little box. If you plant potatoes and tomatoes next to each other, what they possess will kill each other. So you have to be aware of what you're surrounding yourself with, what you're allowing into your life, and what value are you placing on yourself. And if you're at a point in your life where you need other people to place value on you, you need to take a step back and you need to sit down and you need to really focus and think. Because if you need someone else to value you, you do not believe in yourself. And I know that's hard to hear, because it's like, well, I just want people to love me. Fuck if they do. Who cares? You need to love you. It took me months of looking in the mirror, 16 years of a toxic relationship, and I had started subscribing to the Gaia channel because I was working doing freelance writing online for companies, and I was like, I'm making money. I have the right to spend it how I want. So I subscribed to Curiosity Stream for my kids and the Gaia channel for me. And I started finding these videos that were guiding me, and they actually are what helped me to take back my power, to obtain my freedom and have the courage to walk away. But these videos showed me, if I do this for 2 minutes a day, just hold my hands up, and it burns, believe me, but 2 minutes a day helped to rewire my brain that had other pathways had died off due to trauma and abuse. But this right here seemed to open up new pathways that would help my brain fire, and it did. And then eating blueberries every day, they're a superfood that benefits your brain, and that helped me so greatly. And I started looking at myself in the mirror and had to say, I love you. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You are awesome. And I remember the first week I did it, I bawled my eyes out and I couldn't look myself in the eye, and I had to talk to me like this. That feeling's coming back. I don't want that feeling to come back. But I remember how extreme it was. How I felt like I was lying to myself because of what I had allowed for so many years. But understand, you are not the choices you have made. You are not the non-successes you've endured. The person you are, if you get back up, you're the powerful being that says, you know what? It didn't work then, but it could work now. And when you go into it faithfully and hopefully like that, hang on for dear life. Because I guarantee you, you're about to go on a wild ride. A ride that's going to show you every way it could not work. But you pull them big girl panties up. You pull them big boy pants up. And if the elastic breaks, you better tie them up in a knot and make sure they stay up. Because it's on you. You don't get a cheerleading squad in this world. You cannot be codependent on other people's energy to empower yourself. That is a toxic trait. You will not have healthy relationships if you look at other people to empower you. You're giving your power away. Now you're telling them, but you didn't call me and now I don't feel like I matter. You didn't invite me and that hurt my feelings and now I feel, I don't want to use the word, but I don't want to be a part of life anymore. Nobody notices me and I feel lonely. And I'm not trying to be ugly. I've been that person. I have sat and cried from being left out. And then eventually I realized I wasn't left out. They elevated me. They said, you know what? You're not good enough to be with us. You go somewhere else. I wasn't pushed out. I was pushed up. And the higher you get, the less you're alone. You are always surrounded by the divine beings in white light, your ancestors, your guardian angels, archangels. There are entities around you that you cannot see, but you can feel in moments of weakness. If you've ever had a moment where you just wanted to give up, and this feeling of ease and warmth came around you, that was your team of love that you could not see, but you can feel. And when you can tap into that, I promise you, you will never feel lonely again. You will always find comfort in sitting by yourself and getting a book. Shoot, I went to the library the other day and got a nice little book that I'm about to start sitting down and reading and bringing that power back to my brain and myself. Because these are things we need to do. When you're alone, that's where you gain the most knowledge. When you're alone, that's when you find the things within yourself that you're like, I used to hate me, but you know what? Girl, boy, you're so awesome. No wonder we friends. Like, give me some dap. You know, you become more content spending your time in fantasy or books, knowledge, building your own life, your own dreams, rather than having to compromise with somebody that's not willing to compromise with you. If people start to think that you're snobby, just walk on by. Who cares? They have the privilege to think what they want to think, just like you have the privilege to think what you want to think. This is your life. This is your show. Be a showstopper. Jaws will drop as you walk by. People will wonder why you are so vibrant. What makes you so different? I'm comfortable being alone. I love me. I accept me with the cellulite on my thighs or the wrinkles growing on my face. I accept me in all of my glory. And it's a matter of learning to say, you know what? Learn to love love. Quit chasing the financial dream, because you can have financial freedom and be broke as all get out. You'll be surprised at who enters your path at just the right time. You were a little short on this, and guess what? Some stranger walked up and said, you know, I just wanted to give you this. Okay, thank you. I've had people do it to me. And the only thing I know to do is look up and go, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't ask myself why. I used to go, why did they do that? And judge myself. Oh, they think I'm poor. Oh, they think I need it. Or, oh, I must look a certain way. I was so insecure about myself. But like I said, now I'm just like, oh, okay. Thank you. I mean, I tell them thank you. But it's a matter of knowing where it came from. Those are those divine blessings, those miracles. You don't have to be a millionaire, billionaire to experience happiness in life. Because in all honesty, most of those people are not happy. You start questioning every aspect of your life, like I said in the beginning. Why? Well, they're busy. Thing is, you put more effort into getting money and you think about what you need, you get more of the problems of what you don't want, and your money goes out your hands like sand through an hourglass. Comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. I've been there. I'm coming out of that. Because even looking now, I'm like, whoo, payday's coming. Thank God for that. A lot of us live like that. But I'm still not going without. You know, you will find your tribe. You will find that energetic bubble that you belong in. You just cannot keep allowing outsiders that are sucking you dry to stay around you. It's as simple as, do you want to be a grape full of plump juiciness, or do you want to become the raisin that's had the life sucked out of it? You can sit longer on the shelf, but thing is, people will leave you longer on the shelf. And there's less nutrition in it and more sugar, so it's less healthy. There's some nutritional lessons in there for today. But I don't know, just food for thought. Because like I said earlier, I ain't saying she a broke or a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke niggas. And no one wants a scrub. Takes two. That's 4. Takes 2 to make things function properly. If you don't have somebody you can work with, you always got one upstairs. Because the one you're working with should always be in alignment with the one upstairs. And that's why they would say 1 and 1 make 3. Okay, now I'm getting kooky and I gotta get ready to head out. So sending you peace, love, and light. Hopefully that helps somebody today. And remember, keep it breezy and life is easy. Bye.